All right. So, next set that or final set that we have for you guys, because I don't think anyone else is sending anything in. Pretty exciting one. It's going to be Kiwi versus Zane. So obviously Kiwi, one of the best Pac-Mans in America and in the world. Like you probably could put her in the top 5. And then you got Zane, probably the best active American duck hunt at the moment. I wouldn't consider Ozone active. Ozone's kind of AFK at the moment, so probably it's Zane. So really, 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 really good duck hunt player from New York. I don't know how familiar they are with the Pac-Man matchup, because they do all the New York weeklies, and I forget how many Pac-Man players are. There's Sinji there. So a good chance that they know what the Pac-Man matchup's like. So if that's the case, probably going to see a lot of cool technology in this matchup coming from Zane. Kiwi, and I mean, obviously she's fought Duck Hunt before, but I don't know how in-depth her knowledge is on the matchup. So I'm expecting Zane to come in with a better understanding of what to do against Pac-Man than Kiwi understanding what to do against Duck Hunt. But regardless, like, Kiwi is a very, very good player, so obviously those fundamentals are going to transfer over. So yeah, let's see what happens. Overall, this matchup I do feel is pretty even. Might be slightly Duck Hunt's favor just because the way that he set up against Pac-Man, it kind of like counters everything that Pac-Man normally wants to go for if you understand it. Not to mention, Duck Hunt is probably the absolute best character at edgeguarding Pac-Man, just because like you can get rid of the power pellet, and then once you get that, you can just go off stage and take the trampoline. There's not too much Pac-Man can do about it unless like they're very, very close to the stage already. If they're recovering far away, the Pac-Man realistically should be dead almost every single time. The other thing too is like obviously watch how they're using the fire hydrant, because like when you don't know the matchup and you just blindly attack it, that's how they're going to get the advantage on you. But you can use your projectiles to counter that fairly nicely. And if you grab fruit away, there's not really too much they can do. But as long as they have bonus fruit in their possession and you didn't catch it, you do need to be very careful how you set up, because bonus fruit will like give them a huge, huge, huge reward and will just completely zone break you. So you need to be very careful about that. And that's kind of going to be the main thing about why Pac-Man's going to get their stocks. So Pac-Man definitely has like the more consistent, stronger punish game as long as they got bonus fruit. But you should be controlling neutral a lot more than them, and you can actually edge guard them, which means you can actually kill them pretty early. So that's kind of the dynamic that you're going for with this. And the good thing is like our up air is pretty good at dealing with fire hydrant too from above. And there's no music, so we are going back to the forest. I will definitely say that this is definitely not a tournament set, because this is not a starter. I don't know any region where this is a starter. Oh, that's too bad. I'm kind of surprised that Zane didn't try to apply the pressure a little bit more when Kiwi's in the air, because they actually could have probably killed her there. I don't know. Upper might have been a little bit too stale too. Unfortunately, I didn't space that correctly. Like that's always gonna be one of the things with Yoshi's story. It's gonna throw you off with the slants. Okay. So right there, Zane actually had a pretty easy way to get the kill. So this. So dash back. They're coming down with down air, so they're going to be hitting either the fire hydrant or the gunman. And at this range, if you're just like right over here, the fire hydrant isn't going to hit you, or you can respond accordingly. But if they hit the gunman, that's a free F smash that you can get on them because of the extra hit lag. Also, let me see. How much landing lag do you have off of down air? I imagine it's actually a pretty decent amount. Yeah, down air has 12 frames of landing lag. So yeah, definitely could have gotten that. Okay. Zane tried being fancy there. That was a really good up B, actually. Just barely avoided getting hit by that F smash. That was a really good catch. Yeah, you also got to be very careful about your shield health too against Pac-Man. Like right there, main issue that I kind of saw was that Zane wasn't trying to do like any aggressive counters with like setting up against it, so Kiwi was kind of just free to do whatever she wanted to them in that very second. Oh, that was a good use of F tilt just to avoid the fire hydrant. Yeah, unfortunately, he acted a little bit too quickly. Could have gotten the kill there. So that was good that they did the auto air dodge there, so that way they didn't get punished by anything from being on the trampoline. Yeah, that was just kind of unfortunate. I don't, because like Duck Hunt's roll is too short. I don't think he could have even rolled around that grab. Yeah, so definitely like something in that position where Zane was able to force Kiwi to jump over here. You could have definitely gone aggressively with like up airs there. And there's not really anything Pac-Man's going to be able to do that can counter the up airs from that position. So I would like to see Zane put a little bit more pressure on Kiwi because I don't see that happening. Oh, that was unfortunate. Better to get hit by the can than the apple, though. Ah. Yeah, that was definitely a misinput. Gotta be careful about that. Yeah, I knew that. I knew the fire hydrant was coming. And that's the other thing too, because fire hydrant's going to be hitting so many things in its path, it's going to travel a little bit slower to hit you too. So you either use that time to dodge or you just make sure you hold shield. It's those two things. But if you're better about this, I'd say this is more of an offline thing. If you know it's going to hit it, it should make it easier for you to parry things. Also, I'm pretty sure like the item throw point blank is very negative on shield, so I'm pretty sure you could just grab her. Let me check though. Let me check. I've never attempted this. Yeah, so Bell is negative 19 on shield, so you can definitely grab that. Or wait, is it Bell or Galaga? Yeah, it's Bell. So yeah, Bell is negative 19 on shield, Galaga's negative 18, Key's negative 14. All of them, if they do any fruit point blank, you can just grab that. So don't be scared about doing that. Yeah, good call out by Kiwi. Oh, yeah, you gotta air dodge. Gotta air dodge. Yeah, there's not too much you can do about that setup. You just have to wait it out. Yeah, that was a really good gunman punish there. Like, something that you could have done as Duck Hunt there is, like, you could have... Well, not even as Duck Hunt. You could just, like, jumped and down-aired that thing, and then you would have been able to attack the pellet out, and then you would have been able to hit Kiwi and Pac-Man. God, that came out so fast. So I think it's a frame 3 option from what I remember. Yeah, I got too caught up trying to hit the fire hydrant there. So it's a normal Pac-Man tactic you need to look out for. Yeah, just trying to play it safe there. If you're not confident in, like, trying to punish the... I mean, you should be confident in trying to punish, like, a missed grab from Pac-Man, because that thing is incredibly slow. Because, yeah, grab from Pac-Man is 58 frames, dash grab is 66, pivot is 61. Like, you have a full second to get a punish on him. Definitely don't be scared to punish it. Just make sure that you're not jumping in front of Pac-Man. You need to get him from above or behind. Missed the air dodge. Oh, that was really smart of using the trampoline there. I didn't think that was still around. Oh, yeah. Unfortunately, didn't place themselves safely underneath. You always need to keep in mind that, like, Hydrant's probably going to be a thing that happens. Honestly, like, with this much rage, you might be able to ladder combo Pac-Man to kill him. Because I think he's floaty enough for that on this stage. Is that gonna... Yeah, it's gonna kill. Yeah, so just a bit of unfortunate placing there. But yeah, definitely the biggest thing that I'm noticing is just, like, Zane's just not applying pressure to Kiwi, and that's the biggest issue that I'm seeing. So let's see if that changes up. I'll bet I'll be able to, like, I'll input, like, more things that Zane should be looking out to do this time around. Back throw. Yeah, I was thinking, like, that was a little bit of weird spacing. Yeah, a little bit early on like, trying to ping the can, but that's probably a clay pit indentation. That was such a good combo from Kiwi. That's the other thing too. So if you are far away and you know if you understand the hydrant, like, knockback trajectory. Let me go back here. Yeah, so it's like, let's go back quite a bit. So from an F smash, as long as you're, like, somewhere in this orange spot, you can just, like, immediately press side B when you see the F smash coming out, and then you'll be able to get the punish on them. Just because, like, the CP should travel slow enough that it'll avoid the extra hit lag of the F smash, and then you'll be able to get, like, a full combo off of it. So it's good to know the angles off of those smash attacks, so you can kind of plan for that accordingly. You're a little bit early on that up B. Oh my god, so much damage. How much damage was that? Oh, it was 27% off of one move. Or that one exchange. Yeah, unfortunately didn't take into account the clay pigeon break working against them. Oh, okay, I like the gunman use there, actually. That was really smart from Kiwi. You don't really expect that to happen in that scenario. You know, always got to look out for what fruit that they've got. Could have picked up a little bit more pressure with that can there. Yeah, that was the right move, though, because, like, as long as the hitbox from up air connected with it, it actually would have canceled out the hydrant. It was good to get the hydrant out of there because Kiwi was trying to use the apple to utilize the hydrant against Zane. Yeah, probably, like, at that percentage, probably could have pinged the can with the pummels and then thrown to it and gotten that to connect for the throw can kill. Yeah, there we go. Zane's just playing it safe, so that's not a bad thing to do. Pack is whack. That was really unfortunate. That was just a bad move. Like, I think Zane was trying to go for, like, the bear can setups there. Yeah, at that point, yeah, just go to that platform. That was perfect. What to do there. Yeah, you just got to shield that. Okay, I was about to say, that would be really unfortunate if he missed that that entire combo pickup there. That was cool. God, it's just, I wish, like, Zane was just more confident in hitting Kiwi at the top on those. Like, I don't think Zane's punished a single one of the Pac-Man grabs, which is the weirdest thing to say in the world. That is not something that should be going unpunished, like, this many times. I'll see what song we get next. Okay, so like right there, you want to control the platform with the can. So dropping it there would have been good. Then afterwards, you wait to see what Kiwi decides to do. Charge up fruit, then should be a can punish. Jumps, then you should be meeting her to airs, just because Pac-Man's not going to have like the best horizontal moves. Like fair's pretty good, but the range isn't great on that. So you can just kind of stay to the side of her that way. And then that way you'd get like a pretty good start there. If you didn't use can, hit, then into can and all that stuff. And that's what you kind of want to be looking for. I mean, the thing is, like, if you jump and you're in the air and you can punish grab, there's no reason why you can't. And then as Duck Hunt, you have Clay Pigeon as well. Like, you have so many ways to deal with grab. And it's not like, you know, Zane is right next to Pac-Man when the grab is happening. Like, Zane's pretty far away. I honestly thought that was going to knock away the fire hydrant. And you have to remember, dash attack the fire hydrant to make it go as high as possible. That's kind of the best one to use if they're in the air. Good DI on that. Good mix-up. I wish Zane went for the can, though, because, like, if Zane did, then... they would have been able to get around. They would have been able to escape that pressure because most of the, like 90% of your time, your opponent is not going to go towards the can. And at that point, like Pac-Man didn't really have a fruit charged up to mess with it. Also, with this scenario right here, let's talk about decision making real quick. I have to go. Yeah, I have to go one more than that. So in this case, fresh can. The down throw to can, this would be good if you need to kill them. In this particular instance, because Pac-Man's only like at 80%, just throw them off stage and try to get the edge guard, or just keep tacking on that much damage that way. Because this, if Zane was thinking, okay, if I do down throw can, they're going to go off stage, that's one thing. But if you have the risk of them also popping back to stage, then that's when you're just going to reset neutral, and that's not good. So forward throw off stage, that's going to be the best way to do it. Yeah, exactly. Ah. Definitely could have gotten like the double clay pigeon there. I don't know why they didn't want to go for it. A little bit late on that too. Okay, so that's good to know. The second that the can hits the trampoline, it explodes. So if they ever put a trampoline on stage, that's something you can keep in mind. So now that's something they added in this game. Before you can do that. Okay. This isn't too bad of a position. This is like 2 combos away from evening it up. And now when Pac-Man has key, you are not using Clay Pigeon or Gunman ever. Like, you're only using Gunman if like they're high up in the if they're really high up and they can't punish you with it. Oh man. Yeah, I probably was trying to look to use the water as well. Oh, didn't go for the grab. Huh. Also, from what I remember, Pac-Man's down air is very minus on shield. Let me double check that though. So if you do see them, Yeah, -9, -10. It's not that bad, but yeah, if you see them trying to land with down air, as long as they land in front of you, you should be able to punish that. Oh, you could have gotten the back air. Yeah, so also don't forget, like, you can dash attack the can and to make it go blinking and hit them as well. Again, it's like, I don't see you just pressuring Kiwi at all, which I feel like that's such a big mistake. Oh, you are actually very close to dying, so you have to be careful. Overall, like, it's funny, like, I don't tell a lot of people this, but like, you could actually be just like throwing out a lot more moves to just like kind of a trap Pac-Man more, and it would actually do like a lot of it would do a lot to like prevent her from controlling the game this much. Yeah, that's a combo. You just need to take it. Yeah, don't want to throw cans point blank either. There we go. And now throw can. Yeah, there, perfect. Because like you want them normally to throw the hydrant there, so then you know exactly where that's going to be. But she's being very smart about how she places it. Back throw. Yeah, that was good. I would have probably done the down air there. Pac-Man would have still lived that, but I think he could have probably gotten a little bit of a better positioning off of it. Oh, that was really good. I would not have been ready to tech that, though. And it's also important to remember that the cherry is not going to knock down the gunman at all. That looked like a misinput. Oh, yeah. Fortunately got you there. Yeah, also just make sure you're not just getting caught up in your own traps, too. Because, like, that could have been a stock because, there we go. Good stuff. Good cleanup. Yeah, so I was going to mention, you want to detonate this clay pigeon a little bit early if they're over here, because it takes time for the clay pigeon pellets to actually spread out. So you'd probably catch them with like the last or the second to last pellets over there for that ledge trap. So you want to detonate it as you run towards it. Very good usage. So like something you could do is like you can clay pigeon it. If it hits them, then follow it up with a fair so that like immediately forces them to jump, air dodge, or shield, and then you can punish the option afterwards. Ah, okay. I think you're ready for the roll, but if it was Wi-Fi, I understand that. Yeah, good use of crawl right there. Oh man, weren't ready for them to fall out of it that quick. Yeah, always gotta be aware of like what fruit that they have. So just always keep your eye on the Pac-Man. Unfortunately, just a little bit too short on that down air. Yeah, at that point, because the water messed with you, the down air was out of the question there. That was a lot of stuff there. Oh, the messed up by the ledge there. Oh, man, that was so strange. Like, honestly, I would have just done the pummel, so then that way it would have just blown you both up. I don't know if it would have killed, though. Yeah, just based on like how the knockback worked there, I think they would have been able to live that can. I did not see the can get through that. Yeah, always watch where the Galaga's going. Again, another grab went unpunished, and you were on top. You were on the top platform. That was scary. Wait, did you guys see that? That was. Look at this. That was like a really strange no impact landing. And you can still see like the after shadows here. God, look at that. So the explosion sent them right at the height that they would immediately land right on there. That's a crazy interaction. There's nothing really groundbreaking about it. It's just a very strange, very specific interaction that happened there. Good mix-ups there. And okay, they missed up. Yeah, that was kind of a tricky zone to be in. Good recovery. Oh man, I don't like that clay pigeon there. But yeah, you get really good spacing on that can, and the gunman too. Good call out on that. I didn't think that was gonna work in your favor. But like in that case, if you only got hit by Bell there, you probably would have lived that. If you rolled into the down smash, you would have been dead. But they were probably betting on the Bell to hit you and then the down smash catching you with the hydrant. That was unfortunate. Yeah, that was not good, because that got rid of your setup. Oh, they're trying to go for something cheeky there. So that was really good, just because the can explosion was like basically guaranteed to put the can in your the hydrant in your favor there. So when she went up to go attack it, that's what happened. So if you can place your can like that, where it's like there's been some damage done to it, or if there's no damage to it, it's just the can hit. That fair will probably make the can explode right on the hydrant there, and would be a really good thing for you. So if you can set up your can that way, that's a good thing to look for. Oh, try to go for that up smash out shield on that. And see, this is the thing. It's like Zane was kind of getting like really caught up on his own projectile. Like he wasn't really thinking about why he was placing the gunman or the clay pigeon. He was just kind of putting him out there to control space instead of using it to directly counter what Kiwi is doing. That's what you really need to think about. It's like, how am I going to control the hydrant when that comes out? And how am I going to control the space and the fruits that Kiwi's going to have as well? Obviously, if Kiwi gets Galaga, Bell, or Key, there's not too much you can do about it. But playing around hydrant and how they are in the air and like trapping their landings, those you can be very deliberate with how you place your projectiles. And it mostly comes down to your timing. Good call out there. Yeah. That's the other thing too. It's like not only do you need to have the pressure to make them jump, but you also need to punish them with the dog himself. So like something like that, that's what you should be looking to do most of the time you're playing this matchup. Yeah, let me see if I can get more in depth on that. Also, I should say this. The stages that you want to go into this matchup, more than likely are actually going to be these larger ones, because I do think the time is going to benefit Duck Hunt a little bit more. Or even like anything with like larger side blast zones, just because like while Pac-Man can technically charge up things, you can still harass Pac-Man the entire time that he's trying to get back to stage. So that's not necessarily a bad thing you have to deal with. Oh, finally we punished that. What took so long? I wish he was ready. They were ready to shield that. Too early. You got DI away. Also, no can resetting. Good setup there. Good setup. So yeah, guys, if you're going to use F smash at ledge, give them a reason to roll into your F smash. That's how you do it. Because like, there's two reasons why this works out really well. Let's break it down. So let's get to the situation. There we go. So first of all, where Zayn is at the moment, they're not in position to cover roll. They have to turn around to do it, or they'd have to do like up smash or down smash. So first of all, this can forces them to move because they lose their invincibility, and from this position, can would explode behind them, so it's stage spike. So they're forced to choose an option here. And because of where the dog is placed, roll would technically get them around this. If they're a little bit too early on jump, can will catch them. If they're a little bit too early on get up, can will still catch them. Get up attack from this distance on a lot of characters will probably not hit Duck Hunt here, but some characters it will. So you have to just, depending on what their get up attack is. But yeah, not at roll distance. They do that and then move backwards to cover the roll. Really easy stuff. And you get a charge on it, so you kill even earlier. So that's how you do it. Yeah, from that position, that was a bear out of shield. Ooh, that the entire plan that Zayn had did not like worked out entirely wrong. Got hit by the entire by everything that Kiwi had set up. Ooh, yeah. Yeah, Kiwi's doing excellent shield pressure right now. So yeah, Kiwi's got key now. Yeah, I don't know why Zayn wasn't watching Pac-Man. You always got to be watching the Pac-Man and exactly what they're charging up. Because that's how you know you don't throw out gunmen at all. Really good setup by Kiwi right there. In that case, like, he had to just like drop down, jump up air. He wasn't able to air dodge in time, so you always got to make sure you're recovering safely. Because that's the thing. It's like, depending on what fruit that Pac-Man has charged up will determine what they're able to immediately use to punish too. So like, you know, they get a very strange angle once they have apple. And it doesn't really take them that long to get apple as well. They could have gotten another clay pigeon if they really wanted to. Ooh, that was a really good jump from Kiwi. God, that looks so cool with the trampoline cancel. Again, not paying attention to what fruit that they had charged. Also, there's no reason not to pressure Pac-Man underneath with up air on shield. Like, you just like do up air and then you could do like a full hop up air to catch their jump. Because that's 90% that's what they're probably going to do. Yeah, so like right there, the shield was small enough that you could have done up air and then like fast followed it to like get the shield poke. Or even get a shield poke with like a back air or a nair. Can. Oof. Yeah, that was kind of a hard one to change what you were trying to go for. That was smart by Kiwi. But Zayn didn't fall for it. And just so you can kind of appreciate like how much zone that gunman's able to cover, look at this. Like, by most accounts, you would think that the apple is just going to straight up miss the gunman here. Oh, oops. But like, the hurt box is just strong enough. Just large enough to deflect it there. Yeah, like a lot of the time Zane's getting hit, like Zayn they're just not paying attention to what Kiwi is at. Like there, pulled a can when they had Galaga. Not smart. Don't do that. Like you kind of need to play around with can like you would with like against the Belmonts, like you need to be very careful about where you're throwing it out, just because they could have something that will just rip right through it immediately. I should say Rob Blazer. Rob Blazer's probably the better example to use because Rob Blazer's way more common. Okay, good response there to know that you can punish it that way. Also, Pac-Mans use jump from ledge a lot, so it's always pretty good to have like that option automatically covered with up air. Wow, that actually you gotta remember that thing's a hurt box now. Oh man, that's rough. That was so risky. Honestly, something that Zane could have done is like up air, fall on the trampoline, and up air again. It would have looked neat. And you can up air through the fire hydrant like that. So that is something that you can do to go around them. Wait, how did he get hit by that? How did they get hit? Oh. Yeah, just be smart. Please keep the fruits in mind. That's what happens when you're not watching what fruit they have. So I may be wrong. Zane actually may not really know the Pac-Man matchup that well. Because if there's one thing that you train yourself immediately to do is see what fruit they have and how you're going to avoid what they're going for. So, okay. Overview. Once they get to... You can block all of the fruits until Pac-Man gets to Galaga. Once they get to Galaga, that's going to go through all of your projectiles and setups. So it'll go through Gunman, it'll go through Clay Pigeon, and it'll go through Can. So that applies to Galaga, Bell, and Key. Those are the three main ones you need to look out for, and those are going to be the three main ones that you're going to see the most often. As long as they don't have that, you can just immediately summon a Gunman to just block whatever they're going for. So that's not too much of an issue. So when they have Key, you need to just like not pull out anything unless like if Pac-Man's in the air when they have Key and you're on the ground, then you can pull out your Can or you can pull out your Gunman. That's the time to do it. You just can't be horizontal to them. After that, Bell, you just can't be like near them at that time, but you can kind of play around that if you know like that's exactly what they're looking for. So you have to think about, okay, how are they going to try to achieve to get their Bell out? The other thing too is like if you're in the air where if they hit you with Bell, it's not going to kill you. Like let's say up air or back air is not going to kill you. Then that's not a dangerous zone to be in either. Not to mention you can also grab Bell mid throw as well, which I think I've seen Zane like catch like a couple of these items. So that's like another counterplay that you can get to. Oh, it's still going. It's still going. It's a first to 5. So those are kind of all the things that you have to keep in mind for that. And the other thing too is like with a lot of these air to airs, you can always outrange Pac-Man. Like Pac-Man's range is not good. So playing like a more boxing game against Pac-Man is probably to your advantage more than anything. Pac-Man's got the better frame data, but, you know, you're able to play around his space a lot better. Also, like, something to remember is, like, if they got that trampoline, remember, you can use your Can to blow that up. Oh, wow, got her again with that. Yeah, unfortunately, a little bit late on that second hop because that second one is guaranteed at that %. Yes. So, something to explain there. If the trampoline is here, if you do any ledge option, you are going to jump into the trampoline. So you need to physically wait it out. So pretty much the only option Zane could have done is drop down, jump, wall jump, and then air dodge in. Otherwise, they were going to get like F smashed. So let's say like Pac-Man goes off stage and does fire hydrant, do standard get up. So if the fire hydrant's only covering like the ledge, then you will jump into the trampoline. You can just immediately back air them. But you do need to do what Zane is doing. You can't go into the trampoline. That was scary. So yeah, right now, keep in mind, with what the bonus for the Kiwi has, it's not going to get past this gunman. Because they only got to the second one, which I want to say is strawberry. See, now that they got, once you hear that Galaga noise, now you have to, now you know you can't pull out can or gunman safely. If you're like to them horizontally. So, or like it's gonna go through them. So like Galaga, if you're far away enough, you can pull out like your gunman. You don't have to worry about getting punished for it. You can even throw out a clay pigeon. You're not gonna get punished for it. Key's like really the biggest one for that. Oh, caught the DI, but just barely survived that. Real quick, if you ever do that miss throw there, ping it 2 or 3 times, so then that way the can resets faster. But yeah, see, didn't keep in mind they had key, so you can't do that. Can't throw out gunman. Kiwi's got on lock. Like the second she sees gunman out, like she's just tossing that key and you're dead. Not all the fruits. Like it's literally only 3 of them. Only 3 of them go through the go through it. But it is the most common ones. Because they are the best ones. See, like at this point, like I don't think Kiwi has like Galaga yet. So that gunman there was actually pretty smart because like Kiwi couldn't jump or really run through where the clay pigeon was placed. That was bad. Oh my god, Zane almost got that again. There we go. Got lucky with that one. Kiwi wasn't ready. Oh, that's rough. But yeah, you can see it takes a while for Galaga to get like across the stage from that position to get to you. So that's the reason why like you can throw out something like can or gunman in that position, because it should be in a position where it can't be used against you. Oh, unfortunately, no clay double clay pigeon there. Honestly, in this case, this was pretty smart by just keeping the fire hydrant there, just so that way Kiwi couldn't summon it again to use it again. And also keep in mind, you can use the water to boost your momentum to get some really crazy things as well. That was so weird. Did the can hit Kiwi? I can't tell. Did it? I don't think it did. Wait, hold up. So the can hit Kiwi, but it didn't. Yeah, I have no words for this. Smash just decided not to work for like 1 frame. Folks, we found another anomaly today. I honestly, this is something that I want I need the Duck Hunts to get to work on this and figure out what happened here. Okay, cool. I got a clip now. Good. Here, just check it out and... Oh, wait, yeah. So, check this out, Afro. So, Zane down are both Kiwi and the can. And the can explodes right here, but Kiwi just goes right through it. So, I have no idea what happened. Because, like, you know, the explosions hit everybody. It's strange. It's really weird. All right. Yeah, Oh, well, that one worked. You know, Kiwi almost fell out of it because of the water. Jay got so lucky that they were just like at the very edge of it. Ooh, yeah, that was greedy. So we got orange. So, oh no, we got apple. That's too bad. If Zane was able to get the other 2 hits, probably would have been able to get the kill there. Yeah, I got 2 losses off. Like, honestly, after that up tilt, Zane could have just like pinged the can to be right over here and cover that top platform. Again, not really paying attention to why that wouldn't work at all. Cause like with the key that would have ripped right through. That was not good. Zane really needs to keep they really need to keep like in mind what game plan that they need for each fruit. Going back here. Honestly, the smaller stages are also probably not going to be too bad for you because you can probably keep Pac-Man more on their toes than they can keep you on your toes with these type of settings. Actually, no, I just realized for like that can clip that I just took, you'd probably be the best person to look into the code to figure out what happened there. But I don't know if that's something you could actually look at. Okay, we're finally punishing those. I don't know what took so long. Yeah. Yeah, like what? If you throw out an aerial and miss and Pac-Man's still above you, just be ready to shield the fire hydrant. There's no, that's like 90% of the time that's going to be probably what happens. Really good timing there. Back throw. Can. Easy stuff. That was really nice because like with the way that the dare can was set up, it was automatically going to reset against the trampoline there. So that was a pretty good way to just get an automatic setup ready again. Yeah, a little bit bad on the execution there. Yeah, again, that's why I really don't want people to use Gunman here. It's a terrible option, especially since Pac-Man had Bell. Could have dropped down, jumped Bell. That would have stunned him, and then, yeah, then Kiwi just been able to like just kill them with like an up smash or something. Called out. Technically not a good option, but like if you understand your opponent, it works. You had all that time. You had all this time to like just fast fall and fair, and nothing happened. I'm mad. See, like, yeah, at this point, now you can really mess with Pac-Man's game. See, like, now that you got bonus fruit, now you don't got to worry about throwing out Gunman or Clay Pigeons and have Pac-Man automatically punch you. Pac-Man can't do anything now. Like, at this point, Pac-Man has no answers to Shield Can, so you could kind of play around that and you'd be fine. That was nice, though. Yeah, no, that's too bad. Zane could have played that a lot better. Like, if you, legitimately, if you catch Pac-Man's fruit, there's not really anything Pac-Man can do. And if you learn how to Z-drop aerials, Pac-Man's done. Pac-Man is fundamentally done at that point. That point, like, Pac-Man Duck Hunt becomes, like, a 6-4, 7-3 matchup. That's a very bad matchup, especially if you caught, like, a good one. Like, if you caught a Bell or something like that. That was really good parry. That was a very bad Clay Pigeon. Like, honestly, at this point, since, like, Kiwi's still very willing to throw out the fruits and all that stuff, they should be looking out to catch those a bit more. Just so they can, like, take advantage of that game plan. Ooh, okay. Tried to be a little sneaky there. Pac-Man is one of those characters where they can actually do a lot of aerial cross-ups like that. And up smash is not bad for catching that. However, if they're always spacing away safely, you don't want to be using up smash like that. I would say, though, for this matchup, there will be instances where you can use it like that. Also, like, there is no reason for you as Duck Hunt to cover the top platform when the platform is entirely covered by that one can. Just focus on covering standard get up and roll. What? Hold up. That was weird. I think Kiwi F tilted? Let me see. Yeah, okay. So the pink hot Kiwi. That's all that was. Yeah, so you got to remember that Bell's going to go right through the entire stage, so you need to be very careful about how you're setting up when that's happening. So yeah, we got Apple, so yeah. Wasn't watching the fruit again. Back throw, yes. Also, drop-down Gunman's very powerful against Pac-Man since they're going to be recovering from pretty low a lot of the time. Okay, that works. Okay, good stuff. Yeah, see, like, stuff like that, that's... I don't feel like I've been seeing enough of that from Zane so far. Like, the shield pressure's been a little bit weak. Also, they did throw out that clay pigeon a little bit early. Like, I'm pretty sure they tossed it out before the key was thrown. That's not good. So that is the one issue with, like, up airing Hydrant, is if they're still too far away, they can still punish you. Oh, so close to being the reverse. Oh my! That one I could say, like, you're not going to see that one coming most of the time, but you do have to remember that clay pigeon can be used against you when it does break. See, there we go. We're getting better shield pressure now from Zane. Oh wow! Okay. That was really cool that they were able to get the hits, but unfortunately, yeah, that trampoline comes out super fast. Like, I want to say it was a frame 3 option. Down throw. Yeah, good DI coming from Kiwi. So, okay, remember, if you're trying to trap them at ledge, do a jab, because Pac-Man doesn't have a reflector to throw it back at you. Do a jab so that way it's slowly moving across, and that way you can just basically control this zone. And it's very unsafe for Pac-Man at that point. Frame 4? Yeah, there's something like that. Yeah, again, Zane's just not playing around these fruits. But, like, for the most part, I just feel like Zane is just trying to strong arm their way just through all these things from Pac-Man. Frame 4, okay. No, yeah, you need to know. At this point, you need to know your distances for throw to cans. Like that one, that's forward throw forward air. And you'd reset your can at that point. Back throw them. Yeah, like you need to know these things. Because like honestly, like you could have gotten the ledge trap over there and gotten way more damage and still Now it's okay, now you reset neutral. Also, play around with detonating your clay pigeons later, just so you can get like much better shield pressure on them. Yeah, I thought that was gonna hit them too, so I don't blame you for going for that. Oh wait, really? I would have thought that would have actually caught them. Huh. So I'm assuming that it had to be placed a little bit closer for that to catch. From what I remember, it's like that would catch like standard get up attack and roll. Yeah, you gotta remember, as long as Bella's out, that's gonna stun you, so you gotta be very careful. Kiwi could have killed them there, but I don't think they were thinking that was gonna happen. Good catch, but fortunately, as you see, that didn't kill. Yeah, it was a bit rough because they hesitated there. There we go. Yeah, easy stuff. Remember, down throw at the ledge is the best way to get the DI in there for that kill confirm to work. Also, yeah, these gunmen at ledge are very scary, but the good thing is that they're putting the gunmen in places where if they do the get-up attack, it puts enough hit lag that they're able to respond and still punish them. That was scary. Yeah, there's not really too much more you can do. That's about that. That's about all you're getting off of that bell. Maybe we could have gotten a clay pigeon combo, but like that's something that just needs to be labbed out. Yeah, so they air dodged, so that's the reason why they weren't able to get around that. So the fastball killed them. Oh, a little bit late on that can detonation. Yeah, that was off of a short hop. Just to emphasize like how big that up air hitbox is. This is short hop up air, and it still covers the top platform. This move is gigantic. Also remember, as long as hydrant's out, they can't throw out another hydrant, so you can pressure them from below very, very easily like that. Ah, went a little bit too hard in the sauce. Yeah, that's death. Yeah, so you got it. You gotta, like, I'm surprised that Zane didn't take note that they were able to roll last time. So they could have easily done that again. But the other thing, too, remember, just drop all the way down and then, like, jump up there. No, that's not gonna work. There we go. Honestly, I would have liked to see down smash, but if up smash is like always your go-to, that works too. Yeah, so not rushing there, so that's good. Forward throw, forward air. So something that you definitely need to keep in mind as like Duck Hunt when you're fighting Pac-Man is what can Pac-Man do out of shield. So here, at this point, as long as you pressure safely with fair, Pac-Man does not have any definitive way to like actually beat you out. Like if they decide to jump fair, you can just like up tilt them or like nair in response. If they grab, like it's a slow grab, so you should be able to like kind of respond by either rolling away, clay pigeoning, jumping over them, whole bunch of other options. So you could just like keep jumping fairing and like keep doing fade back and then come in with fair. And there's not really too much Pac-Man can do in that type of position. And that's it. Oh, wow. Oh, okay. They're at pretty low percents. Oh yeah, I honestly didn't know that that like once they got hit, I always thought the hitbox disappeared. Look at this though. So shielded that, and then that still actually counted as a hitbox. It's kind of interesting. So that was good. He was they were ready for that to confirm, but it was kind of hard to get a punish off of it. Okay. So close. All they had to do was interfere with the path and they would have been fine. That should kill. Yeah. There we go. Good stuff. Yeah, Zane looks like they're playing a lot better now. They're kind of understanding like the different areas that they need to be in to avoid all the fruits and everything. That's really getting there. Game 8. So I think it's tied now. Is it? Oh, Zane's up a game. Never mind. Yeah, again, like you can clay pigeon now. You don't really need to think too hard about it. But if it's Wi-Fi, it's a little bit hard to react to because clay pigeon isn't exactly fast. Also, if Galaga does the ledge slip off like that, it's not an active hitbox coming down, so you don't need to worry about that. Maybe a hurt box, but not a hitbox. Yeah, remember, if Pac-Man ever aerials your shield, you can do like a nair or a bear or whatever type of like fair nair or bear out of shield and you'll punish him. So never be scared to punish Pac-Man that way. Yeah, so you should probably be ready to shield because the thing is like if you shield Pac-Man's moves, you'll probably be able to punish him. Thanks, dude. Is this your first stream that you tune into? Oh. So yeah, like in this case now you can keep in mind that like Pac-Man only has Cherry at the moment. So you can actually throw out a Gunman and be safe. You can throw out a Clay Pigeon and be safe. Can relatively so. Just keep that in mind. Oh, okay. So you changed your tag again. Gotcha. Yeah, we got a pretty cool set. Kiwi versus Zane. Yeah, remember, once Pac-Man throws out that fire hydrant, just keep pressuring them. That's it. Because like over there, like the up air, and then like you just follow them, and then the back air I think could have connected, or up air, fast fall down, jump back air. Or at the very least, fast fall and then like throw can in their direction. Like, there was a couple of paths that we had there. Also, the other thing too is like, with certain bonus fruits, it's kind of you can't really do shield can. But as long as they don't have that set up and it looks like Pac-Man's gonna brawler you, go for shield can because for the Pac-Man player fighting Duck Hunt, that's not an option they're going to come in to encounter too often. So if you play Shield Can in the times where you know that they don't really have an option to deal with it, it should be very effective. Don't worry. Change is a good thing. Change is human nature. Oh. Yeah, that was honestly a pretty good place to keep the can over there. Oh no, that was bad. That's so good that you just like yeeted yourself immediately if you did it. That was gonna be a horrible situation to find yourself in. Yeah, Pac-Man's definitely one of those matchups like sometimes you just need to go immediately to really make yourself safe. That was good. Yeah, that's it. Okay. Yeah, again, really, you're really not playing around the fruits at all. You need to do that more. Way too much tucking. See, like, okay, so this is something I'll say. Like, that Clay Pigeon makes sense because at that point, Kiwi had no fruit charged. That's when you can use it a little bit more. See, like there. Like, Gunman came in pretty clutch right there. Because, like, off of that apple, she might have been able to, like, extend it off stage. And then Zayn would have just been in a very bad position at that point. No, you didn't punish the jab. Okay. I was hoping that you were going to do the F tilt because the F tilt started there and you went over there and then you're just going to do it to F smash. You might have been able to make that connect. That's a little bit too much sauce there. That's a lot of sauce. And the water messed you up. You had the read. You had it. Honestly, clay pigeon onto the trampoline into the second clay pigeon might be the easiest way to do it. But you need to be conscious of that stuff. Like, honestly, I think, okay, like, generally speaking, I think it's, like, slightly duck hunt favor, but I think if we really optimize this matchup, we can make this really bad for Pac-Man. Especially if you get really good at catching the bonus fruit. Okay. I would have liked to see that second clay pigeon, but it would have been kind of weird with Pac-Man and the can being in the same spot, though. So that's honestly, that's something that I wasn't really keeping in mind is if the Pac-Man does use this lance here, they can get under a lot of your setups. Like the only thing that's really going to block it's a gunman. No, at that position, Kiwi was moving forward, so I think they would have actually fell right into the F smash. Because, like, the F smash would have started, like, right at the very end when the momentum would have stopped. Where did the can go? I missed... No, the can went over the fruit. That's what happened. Can we hide behind the hydrant? It depends what fruit it is. Because, like, if it's Galaga and up, it goes through the hydrant, so that's a no. But if it's under that... it depends if that fruit is going to break the hydrant. If the fruit breaks the hydrant, then the hydrant's going to hit you. If it doesn't break the hydrant, then you'll still be protected. Yeah, can't just jump on ledge like that. Like, honestly, yeah, you definitely need to abuse Pac-Man while you know that they only got Cherry. Just anything sub-Galaga, you need to really abuse that. Really good use of crouch right there. Also, you want to be more horizontal with Pac-Man. Horizontal or below are the two positions that you're looking for. God, I forgot that move can kill now. Yeah, always watch what fruit they've got. Always watch what fruit. The second that you, like, forget, that's when you get punished. Yeah, can. There we go. This is really good positioning right now. That was the right idea. It's just unfortunately nothing worked out the way that Zayn wanted it to. Forward throw, can. Or no, jump. Okay, good. Oh, but okay. So one thing that I was hoping is that Zayn would just like stick there, and then the second that it confirms that that like Pac-Man can't make it, you just fast fall down because you fall faster than Pac-Man, and then you just take the stock. It's so easy to do. Or it might be different in this game, because I know our fall speed's different now. I'm pretty sure you can still do it that way. Yeah, so the positioning that Zayn is doing right there, that was very good, because you want to stay outside of the initial Galaga's threat zone to get your setups going there, and just like make it like really tricky for Pac-Man to come and approach you. Yeah, what I always say is like Duck Hunt is like Duck Hunt's a high tier character, but they're not top tier. When you learn all the matchup, like they can deal with all matchups like perfectly fine. There's not any matchups that Duck Hunt strongly loses. It's just like slight loses. But the thing that's hard about Duck Hunt is learning all the matchups. That's what makes them difficult, because you got to play all of them like so drastically different to do well with them. And sometimes you need to learn how to play different playstyles against characters too. And if you're not like fine-tuned in everything that you need to do for Duck Hunt, then some matchups just are always going to be hard for you too. So it's kind of hard to find like the exact person that makes Duck Hunt like a top 20 character, but he's somewhere there. I wouldn't say he's anything better than that. Like 25 to 20 range, I think it's about there. Okay, yeah, so the second that you see that, you can just fall faster and do it. Yeah, see, not paying attention to the fruit that's there. Always got to do that. Yes, remember, right now, abuse the fact that they only got cherry. So when Pac-Man has orange, you need to think, are they going to throw out apple or orange? Because they can just like wait like I don't know exactly how long it takes for them to charge to the next fruit, but it's quick enough that they could theoretically use apple as an attack. So the threat range at this point would be forward and then like that down angle that apple has. But the thing is, like, if they're going for the apple attack, you'll hear it. Can goes behind hydrant. What are you asking? Like, what can't? What are you talking about? Like, can do what? Oh, can we hide can behind the hydrant? There's some weird, like, overlapping things, but I don't know if you can do exactly what you're talking about. But yeah, you can make it really hard to see. We'll see. We'll see if Zane ends up setting that up again. Because like the thing is like there's moments where like the can is going to hit itself on the hydrant too. I don't know. It's kind of weird because it's like it's not like a tradition. Can's not like a traditional hurt box where it's gonna fly off of it, and it's not always gonna explode on hydrant either. Oh my god, oh, this is rough. Yeah. That was the stock. That was unfortunate. Yeah, see at this point, you can use the gunman like that because they didn't have a Galaga set up yet. So close. Yeah, that's it. You can't jump that way. You're done. You're done. If you're Pac-Man in that scenario, you need to air dodge and drift in. But then at that point, Duck Hunt can jump off and like thread him with like a back air or something like that. So that was really good. 39-43. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, I wasn't sure what you're talking about. I thought you were talking about mashup ratios. Yeah, so in this case, yeah, you can. That's interesting. Yeah, so you can do that. That's something that I've never really looked at. But yeah, one thing that's kind of, I did talk about this briefly though. If you do set up can like this, if like Kiwi hits like the fire hydrant and it doesn't break and the can's still there, then you can ping the can and immediately turn hydrant into your favor. So that's something that you can actually do. I did talk about that earlier. But yeah, no, honestly, that's a pretty good tactic for having can there. This just the main thing is like, let's test this real quick. Also, yeah, good stuff to Zane. Like Zane had an amazing adaptation there at the end. Because, like, before, it was looking so rough. Like, Zane was just getting hit by all the bonus fruits. And I was like, I'm not sure if they're going to get out of this too well. So, yeah, let me pause the music real quick. But yeah, okay, so since that we're kind of finished with that, like Zane did everything that they need to do to like adjust at the end. It's just they need to, for the love of God, watch what fruit that they have in there and like form their game plans around that, because they just weren't doing that consistently enough. And so then that way they'll be smarter about like throwing out their gunmans and their cans better, finding better places to do that. Also recovering better too, because that Kiwi was getting Zane a lot on the recoveries by Zane not paying attention to what fruit Kiwi had. The other thing too is that, as I mentioned before, if you take Pac-Man's fruit away, this is like a 6-4 or 7-3 matchup, just because like Pac-Man legitimately has no answer to shield can. Like Pac-Man can't do anything about this. Like they can drop a hydrant, sure. But it's not like you can't move your can out of the way and then just like reset. Like Pac-Man needs to come up and brawl with you at that point. They don't really have a good way to influence you away. And if they keep trying to camp and like set up hydrant to use as a projectile, you've got can, you've got your gunman, and you also have your clay pigeons to just like kind of keep harassing as well. So Pac-Man's still forced to approach you. And then if you can do Z-drop area, you can do Z-drop aerials and all that stuff. Then at that point, then no, because look, so if you do. So the thing is this. Let me put it in control. I just realized I didn't do that. No, not. Won't do that. So the thing is this. If they decide to grab and they pummel, then they get blown up. You know, technically Pac-Man has a tether grab, so they can be a little bit farther away, but I can still do that. So. You know, the main way that Pac-Man's going to get around it is they have to grab and then back throw. Wait, is there no hitbox on that? Wait, really? Oops. I could have sworn. I would be shocked if there's no hitbox. Oh, there's no hitbox. Okay, yeah, so actually, no. Yeah, so that's not going to be the throw that I use. Maybe it's down throw? I'm going to guess down throw. So. No, not even down throw. Yeah, no, I mean, so the thing is, like, if Pac-Man gets a throw, then, like, Can is still going to punish Pac-Man. Let me check to see if any Pac-Man throw has a hitbox to it real quick. No, forward throw has no hitbox. Back throw has no hitbox. Down throw does have a hitbox, but like Pac-Man's not going to be in a position to really get that hitbox. Like, in order for Pac-Man to get that hitbox, Duck Hunt would have to be shielding here, and then Pac-Man does this. Then it works. But, like, as long as the can is, like, over here, there's no... Yeah, Pac-Man would have to push Duck Hunt in order to get that hitbox out. So, more than likely, you're never going to have to encounter that. Like, that would be the most niche thing. That'd be like one of the most niche matchup knowledge. Like, I need to push Duck Hunt into the can to down throw to get rid of it. To not punish me. Because if they do any other throw, you just wait for the throw and then you can just can them right afterwards. So, yeah, they don't really have a good way to deal with it. So, yeah, let me do the hydrant real quick. And then let's get can. Okay, so can there went on top. God, what did they do to get it in there? It's like I feel like it was like more of a horizontal thing. Wait, why did that not hit Pac-Man? Huh. Okay, so if you land on top, then it's going to do that. So what you need to do is, let's have can out already. From there, it just blows up. That was not enough damage to take out high. What? Okay, there's a lot of really weird things to lab about this matchup that I'm not prepared to do a deep dive into because my brain is going to melt by looking at all these interactions I did not even expect. What? Maybe one day we'll figure out the consistencies with things, but I don't want to be the person that figures that stuff out right now. This is weird. Okay. Okay. For the sake of this, let me see exactly how Zane set it up. All right. Oh, that's way too far back. There we go. So, I mean, at least consistently with this one and the other one, a couple of pings were used before it goes in. And the biggest thing is it needs to avoid going, the majority of it cannot be on top of the lid. So the center of it has to be to the side. So that's a very specific angle, and it needs to fall at a very specific angle to get here. So those are like kind of the two main things with it. So let's see. Let me see if I can see the hurt box or hit box for hydrant. Okay, let's see if it shows. Failure. No. Show me. Is there no animation for the fire hydrant? Oh, that'd be unfortunate if there is. Because this thing's not even trying to load at this point. Okay, let's go to UFD again. Let's do a retry. Okay, working. Pac-Man. Okay, loading. Yes, it's not working. Well, let me see. Let me check Duck Hunts real quick. So yeah, I'm gonna blame Donuts right now for this not being on UFD, just because you're the only staff member I know on UFD. Yeah, see, like this is the hurt box for Can, and I'm assuming it's got to be something with this. No, yeah. So this hitbox right here, this little one, that made contact with the hydrant. That happened for sure. So we know that there was a hit, but I don't think the hit has anything to do with it. Also, okay, let's see. So yeah, both the reticle shot and the can landing on somebody, that does 2%. And yeah, that should not have been enough damage to take to knock down the hydrant. Because the hydrant needs a decent amount of damage before it breaks. I don't know what it is though. Could probably find a Smash Wiki though. Let's go check this real quick. Pac-Man. We'll put the music back on. So it needs to take 13%. Yeah, like I did not do 7 pings on the fire hydrant. That much I know for sure. If it's... Honestly, there might be something like that. Like, there's enough weird mechanics mixed between both Pac-Man and Duck Hunt that I can see the priming things just coming into effect here. But yeah. Yeah, I think that's going to do it for this critique, though, and I think it's going to do it for the stream. So, like, overall, definitely really good stuff to you, Zane. I'm happy to see all the things that you've done. But yeah, remember... Keep in mind the type of fruits that they have and form a gameplay around that. And remember the threat zones of each one of them and the way that they can be used against you. So make sure you learn all that stuff. And especially because of the caliber player that you are, learn to do the catching, like to catch the fruits and then do Z-drop aerials with that. Because like once you force Pac-Man to play without a fruit in this matchup, this is one of those where I wouldn't be surprised if it's like a 6-4 or 7-3 matchup at that point, because Pac-Man just cannot approach you safely in any way possible, and you can prevent them from actively being able to camp you with Fire Hydrant and hopefully using that against you. or just like really just doing any good boxing normals with you, especially if you can do Z-drop aerials. If you can do Z-drop aerials, then it's like, you know, as long as you have access to fair, that's kind of it. That's really the only thing that you need, especially since you could do like fair to like can, or fair to like even like the fruit that you have at the moment. But it's just like, as long as you tack on that damage, you can get like the Pac-Man player to a decent percent. And depending what fruit it is, like if you have Bell, the second that you get Pac-Man to 80% and you can confirm it into an F smash, then that's all you need. And then yeah, like you'd be able to kill them ridiculously early. Or if you could land Bell off stage and like get him with a back air or something like that, or like a down air even, yeah, you'd be able to just kind of obliterate them. So yeah, no, I mean, if we get to the optimization of that, I can see this matchup kind of swinging strongly in our favor. But it's going to require a lot of labbing and dedication. But I do think there's a lot more labbing on our side that can be done versus on the Pac-Man side. I think on the Pac-Man side, it's like, how can we jank them better and like catch them off guard, or how can we find better ways to kill them if they decide to pull badly? I think that's just mostly what it's going to fall on for them. So yeah, no, good stuff on that. I hope you lab out this matchup in the future and some other stuff.